Fascinating insights into the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, a name synonymous with the birth of rock and roll, occupies a sacred space in the annals of music history. Millions know his unmistakable voice, signature dance moves, and groundbreaking performances. Yet, the story of how this boy from humble beginnings rose to legendary status is as fascinating as it is inspiring. In this video, we'll explore the lesser-known side of Elvis Presley's life, his roots, his influences, and the personal moments that shaped the king of rock and roll. Elvis Aaron Presley was born on January 8, 1935, in a small two-room house in Tupelo, Mississippi. His parents, Vernon and Gladys Presley, were incredibly poor, yet deeply dedicated to ensuring their son's well-being. Despite financial struggles, the Presley family shared a strong sense of love and unity, which played a significant role in Elvis's upbringing. However, Elvis's entry into the world came with tragedy. He was born as a twin, but sadly, his brother, Garon Presley, was stillborn. This loss had a profound impact on Elvis's life. Though he grew up as an only child, Elvis maintained a lifelong spiritual connection to his twin, often reflecting on how things might have been different had Jesse survived. This sense of loss and introspection influenced his character and perhaps even his music. Elvis's upbringing was modest, but culturally rich. Tupelo, situated in the Deep South, was a melting pot of musical influences, including gospel, country, and blues. Elvis grew up immersed in these styles, and he frequently attended church with his family, where the powerful, emotional pull of gospel music captured his imagination. The financial hardships his family endured did not dampen his spirited curiosity. Young Elvis was deeply attuned to the music around him, and he began dreaming of a life far beyond the confines of Tupelo. Little did he know, he was sowing the seeds of his future as a global superstar. On his 11th birthday, Elvis longed for a bicycle, much like any other boy his age. However, uncertainties over safety and cost led his mother Gladys to convince him to choose something different. She bought him a guitar instead, a choice that would alter the course of his life, and quite possibly the future of popular music forever. Though disappointed at first, Elvis eventually embraced the gift, teaching himself to play and experimenting with sounds. That guitar became a constant companion for him during his formative years, serving as both an escape and an instrument for his creative energy. It was in these early moments, strumming simple chords in his home, that he took his first steps toward becoming a musical legend. Elvis's unique musical style didn't emerge from a vacuum. His exposure to various genres in his youth played a monumental role in shaping the Elvis sound. Gospel music, in particular, left a lasting mark on him. It was not just the rhythm or the melodies of gospel that captivated Elvis, but its raw, emotive energy, a quality he carried into his own music. The rural South of the 1930s and 1940s also introduced young Elvis to blues, a genre born out of the struggles of African-American communities. His appreciation of blues and rockabilly, a fusion of country and rhythm and blues, became defining elements of his style. The merging of these influences ultimately led to the birth of rock and roll, for which Elvis became the undisputed king. Elvis's journey to fame started with modest beginnings, performing at local events and honing his craft. His charm was evident even then, and his growing confidence brought him closer to recognition. It was his daring individuality, his ability to blend the excitement of rhythm and blues with the sentimentality of country that made him stand out. In 1953, Elvis stepped into the Sun Records studio in Memphis to record a gift for his mother, but caught the attention of producer Sam Phillips. Recognizing a unique spark in Elvis, Phillips gave him the opportunity to record professionally, thus propelling him onto the national stage. From there, songs like "That's All Right" catapulted him into the spotlight. and a legend was born. Elvis didn't just change music, he changed the way the world experienced it. His charismatic performances blurred traditional boundaries. The fusion of his unforgettable voice, hip-shaking dance moves, and magnetic presence made him an icon for youth liberation in the 1950s. He was not merely a musician, but a bridge between racial and cultural divides. Though controversial at the time, his ability to bring elements of African American music to mainstream audiences helped foster greater appreciation for the genre and its origins. Behind the fame and fortune was a man deeply connected to his roots and loved ones. Elvis remained close to his family and credited his mother, Gladys, with being the guiding force in his life. Her unyielding belief in his talent and her influence on his childhood helped him navigate the pressures of his meteoric rise to fame. His spiritual and emotional reflections on the loss of his twin brother Jesse also provide a glimpse into the vulnerability of the king of rock and roll. Despite his extraordinary life, Elvis confronted normal human emotions, love, loss, and the longing for connections that endeared him to his fans and made his music relatable to millions. Elvis Presley's story isn't just about one man's rise to fame. It's a testament to resilience, originality, and the transformative power of art. His music transcended boundaries, reshaped popular culture, and inspired generations of artists across genres. Even decades after his passing, Elvis remains an unmatched icon. His flawless blending of musical influences, his authentic charisma, and his electric performances ensured his immortality in popular culture. He was not just the king of rock and roll, he was a cultural phenomenon whose impact remains palpable today. Understanding the king of rock and roll's roots adds depth to his legacy. Elvis's humble beginnings remind us that greatness often emerges from unexpected places. His story resonates with anyone who has ever dared to dream, suggesting that immense talent, combined with authenticity and hard work, can truly change the world. Elvis Presley's journey offers valuable lessons about the human side of superstars. The struggles he faced, from his financial hardships to the emotional weight of family loss, shaped his art and connected him to fans on a deeply personal level. Elvis Presley wasn't just a performer, he was a cultural revolution. By revisiting his humble beginnings, his formative years, and the influences that shaped him, we can better understand the man behind the dazzling stage lights. This video celebrates Elvis not just for his success, but for the journey that led to it. Through his music and his story, Elvis Presley continues to inspire legions of fans worldwide, reminding all of us to embrace our roots, pursue our passions, and never stop dreaming.